Hi friends, it's Miss Doty. I have here a book called Owen by Kevin Henkes. Kevin Henkes is one of my absolute most favorite authors and illustrators. He does both. You might recognize the style of pictures that he does. He writes stories and draws pictures about little mice. He also has written Lily's Purple Purse, Chrysanthemum, and lots of other books. This story is called Owen. It's about a little mouse who has a very special something that he likes to take everywhere with him. Owen had a fuzzy yellow blanket. He'd had it since he was a baby. He loved it with all his heart. There's Owen in his fuzzy yellow blanket. Fuzzy goes where I go, said Owen. And Fuzzy did. Upstairs, downstairs, in between, inside, outside, and upside down. All the places. Fuzzy likes what I like, said Owen. And Fuzzy did. Orange juice, grape juice, chocolate milk, ice cream, peanut butter, applesauce cake. You see all those different things on Fuzzy? Owen's a little bit messy. Are you ever a little bit messy? Isn't he getting a little old to be carrying that thing around? Asked Mrs. Tweezers. Haven't you heard of the blanket fairy? Owen's parents hadn't. Mrs. Tweezers filled them in. So as I'm reading this, it introduces us to a new character. We have Owen, we've met him, and these are his mom and dad. That makes sense that Owen lives with his parents. But who's Mrs. Tweezers? I have to look at the words and look at the picture to see if it can help me figure out who Mrs. Tweezers is. Now, I look and I see that she's on the other side of the fence from Owen and his family in the yard. So I know that many houses have fences that separate one family's yard from another family's yard. So I'm wondering if Mrs. Tweezer is the neighbor of Owen's family, if she lives next door and she is standing in her yard and she's looking over and talking to Owen and his family. I'm wondering if that's who she is. We'll keep reading and we'll see if my wondering winds up being correct. That night, Owen's parents told Owen to put Fuzzy under his pillow. In the morning, Fuzzy would be gone, but the blanket fairy would leave an absolutely wonderful, positively perfect, especially terrific big boy gift in its place. How do you think Owen is feeling about the blanket fairy taking his blanket? It doesn't say in the words how he's feeling, but if we look in the picture, we see his eyes are very, very big, like this. I wonder if that means he's maybe feeling a little bit nervous. Owen stuffed Fuzzy inside his pajama pants and went to sleep. I wonder why he did that. I know. Maybe he did that because he does not want the blanket fairy to take his Fuzzy. That makes sense. No blanket fairy, said Owen in the morning. No kidding, said Owen's father. No wonder, said Owen's mother. There he is. My goodness, so silly. Shoving his blanket down his pajamas. Fuzzy's dirty, said Owen's mother. Fuzzy's torn and ratty, said Owen's father. No, said Owen. Fuzzy is perfect. And Fuzzy was. Fuzzy played Captain Plunger with Owen. Fuzzy helped Owen become invisible. And Fuzzy was essential when it came to nail clippings and haircuts and trips to the dentist. Why do you think that they say that Fuzzy is essential for these things? Getting your nails clipped or your hair cut or going to the dentist, are those things that might make you feel nervous? Maybe. I get a little bit nervous when I go to the dentist. Does it look like Owen is feeling a little bit nervous about those things? Maybe, and Fuzzy is helping him feel calmer. Can't be a baby forever, said Mrs. Tweezers. Haven't you heard of the vinegar trick? Owen's parents hadn't. Mrs. Tweezers filled them in. Oh, we see Mrs. Tweezers again. And, we see that she is standing in a yard. It looks like it is her yard. So our wondering about who she was and us thinking that maybe she was their neighbor, that makes a lot of sense. I think that we made a correct inference. We read between the lines and we figured it out. When Owen wasn't looking, his father dipped Owen's favorite corner of Fuzzy into a jar of vinegar. Owen sniffed it and smelled it and sniffed it. He picked a new favorite corner. Then he rubbed the smelly corner all around his sandbox, buried it in the garden, and dug it up again. Good as new, said Owen. Oh, and vinegar. Oops, vinegar is something that is very, very stinky and yucky. Fuzzy wasn't very fuzzy anymore, but Owen didn't mind. He carried it and wore it and dragged it. He sucked it and hugged it and twisted it. My goodness, he's just taking it everywhere with him. Must love Fuzzy a lot. What are we going to do? Asked Owen's mother. School is starting soon, said Owen's father. Can't bring a blanket to school, said Mrs. Tweezers. Haven't you heard of saying no? Owen's parents hadn't. Mrs. Tweezers filled them in. But I have to bring Fuzzy to school, said Owen. No, said Owen's father. No, said Owen's mother. Owen buried his face in Fuzzy. He started to cry and would not stop. Oh, poor Owen. Don't worry, said Owen's mother. It'll be all right, said Owen's father. And then, suddenly, Owen's mother said, I have an idea. It was an absolutely wonderful, positively perfect, especially terrific idea. First, she snipped. And then she sewed. Then she snipped again and sewed some more. I wonder what her idea is. What is she doing to Fuzzy? I see that she's cutting and she's using her sewing machine. So that makes me think that, Maybe she is using Fuzzy to make something new. Let's see if we're right. Snip, 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 so. Dry your eyes, wipe your nose. Hooray, hooray! What has Owen's mother done? She has taken Fuzzy and turned it into handkerchiefs. How clever! Now, Owen carries one of his not so fuzzy handkerchiefs with him wherever he goes. There he is. Oh, he's walking around with it. He's playing with it. He's sleeping with it. And Mrs. Tweezers doesn't say a thing. She has a handkerchief just like Owen. The end. I loved this story, boys and girls. So this was about Owen and his very, very special blanket he liked to take everywhere with him. Do you have anything very, very special that you like to take everywhere, or you like to take lots and lots of places with you? Maybe you have a special blanket like Owen. Maybe you have a special stuffed animal. Maybe you have a special outfit you like to wear as much as you can. Maybe you have a special pillow. I don't know. I would love for you to tell me about the special thing that you like to take everywhere. You can tell me what it looks like, if it has a special name, and why you love it so much. All right, boys and girls, I hope you liked this book, Owen, as much as I did. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.